mom's talking to Hibito on the phone about what's going on,
She's
and just
roasting him.
like just like every mom, she's telling the business, telling your
Yeah,
business to everybody.
she's like, she's laughing too. She's like, it's
Yeah,
hilarious. Like he headbutted his boss and lost his job. Yeah,
yeah,
hilarious. Thanks, mom.
hilarious. And then she does the mom thing. It's like, oh snap! I wasn't supposed to say.
Whoever's playing this video game, and
That.
then you know,
Man's got Vision Pros on right now.
yeah, he got that $3,000 VR headset, and he's like living it. You know what
I knew it. I should have went with
Yeah,
the
the
cooler
other
one.
way. You talked yourself out of it. You talked yourself out of it. Because when you were chatting, you were like in your mind,
Yeah.
like, oh, he's got it figured out. You
Yeah.
you you had the algorithm and the numbers, the zeros and the ones, and then you second guess yourself.
Second guess myself.
Don't
Yeah.
second guess yourself. Just like we're not
Always go
gonna
with your
second
first
guess this.
choice, guys.
We'd be on the phone. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
all over the place in this conversation. You used to be on the phone with somebody on the phone, like you could hear
Yeah.
everything. Like the phone didn't have technology to like cut out the background noise.
Nah.
You can hear somebody's heartbeat.
You
You hear a
heard
microwave,
everything.
everything. You can hear crickets.
Everything. Yeah.
You know,
You're like, what
like
you cooking over there? I hear something. What y'all
yeah, yeah.
cooking?
I can hear the fried chicken in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Sizzling.
Like,
All right. Let's
oh,
see
snap.
here. Who we got? Space Brothers.
All right. Whew.
All right. All right. Here we go. In three, two, and one. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Meat Pod. It's me, Joe Angel, with my co-host Sal, and we are here with some more anime, y'all.
It is March Madness.
March Madness, y'all.
March Broness.
Bro, this for the
Uh,
bros, for the men.
yeah, March is for the men. Do we
Yeah,
need to have a month for the ladies?
the ladies month.
Ladies, like it's ladies month.
I
We
don't know
gotta,
what do
I mean, I feel like
what
most
would
anime, I don't know.
yeah.
So we're in March,
Uh,
April,
May.
May.
Mother's Day is in May.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, okay. We usually sometimes do a Mother's
Mother's
Day,
Day special. Yeah,
but we could do a whole month to
yeah.
the ladies. Be thinking about
Dedicated
it,
to the
Joe Angel.
girls.
This one goes
Thinking
out for all
about
them girls out there.
this is to all the ladies out there.
You know, by the way, last episode we did, I told you, I think I made a real quick thing about how, or I said something real quick about how they're listening to us.
Yeah,
They're listening to us, Joe Angel. Somebody's out there. The algorithm is collecting the words. Maybe they're not subscribed,
yeah.
but if you should be, because you know what? Anime Me is
Should
a
be
podcast where we teach you how to watch and love anime one episode, first episode at a time.
at a time, y'all.
And every now and then we say something. I said, um, every now and then we do something and I see it happen later on.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, you know what would be awesome is if they made a video game from Samurai Pizza Cats. You want to guess what's happening, Joe Angel?
Are they making
Samurai
a
Pizza
video game?
Cats is a video game. Okay, you're like, it's such what a random thing. Like I don't know
Yeah,
where I saw it. It just popped up in the algorithm, and and then I just saw a bunch of comments of like, I watched this show. This is so random that they're making a video game out of this 90s
yeah, yeah.
anime. And I go,
Well, I
you
did.
owe anime me something for that. You know what
some
I'm saying? Like we
royalty, something.
some royalty, somebody is listening and go, hey, everybody's talking about Samurai Pizza
Summer
Cats.
Pizza Cats. It's coming back.
It's going, oh snap, what? We're getting Samurai Pizza Cats before we get GTA 6. Are you
I
kidding?
know. Because I did see there's a because there's a figure coming out too, uh like figurines coming out of Samurai Pizza Cats. I think
Random,
because I
dude.
saw it
Like
somewhere on Instagram. Like it was
yeah, so
part of
uh-huh.
yeah, because it was part of the
Some
new
sort of
stuff that I
release or something
follow.
like that. Okay,
Yeah, some
okay.
sort of release coming out. Which, by the way, speaking of anime news, we finally got a date for the Demon Slayer movie, July
Okay,
18th.
I saw this. I saw this. Dude, I'm pretty
So
stoked
excited,
about
man.
it, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be so good. Like uh
So
I'm going back and rewatching all this stuff because
yeah,
I watched the movie just recently again with some friends of mine, and I was like, "Oh man, like a lot happened." And I get, like, because they did the
yeah,
movie where they
yeah.
condense the series
Condensed
into
it.
the show.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I started watching the season again, and I was like,
yeah,
oh man, there was some stuff they cut out of the movie that I'm like,
yeah.
you can't just watch the movie and be completely
And
caught
be
up. You
yeah,
can, but you're gonna miss some stuff.
yeah. There's some other stuff. It's like the Harry Potter movies. Like with the books, there's a lot of stuff that's not in the movies. A lot of
Hmm.
like in between stuff that
Hmm.
comes into play, and it like makes other scenes more like, oh, okay, I can understand that more now.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Which, speaking of way, you listen to the algorithm and stuff. Solo leveling. Was it episode? What was the episode number? It was the one where the mom. Spoiler alerts. It was the episode where mom wakes up. We finally got the elixir of life.
Okay, okay, okay.
That has like the lowest rating. I think it got like over 2,000 dislikes for the episode itself.
Wait, how do you
And
know that they
cause
disliked it? Like,
like so,
where do I put
on
a thumbs up or a thumbs
Crunchyroll,
down? Uh-huh.
it's somewhere on there on Crunchyroll. You can put like dislike. Uh,
Oh yeah.
a lot of people disliked it, and funny enough, after that, it was announced that Solo the season finale for season 2,
Hmm.
they put out Solo leveling isn't gonna get an hour finale. It's gonna be a regular 20-30 minute episode. And I was just
They
like,
cut
they're being
they
petty. They saw
eh,
all those dislikes. So you know what? If you dislike it so much, guess what? No hour episode. You getting regular.
yeah. Hey, you know what? I mean, this is internet bullying once again,
Yeah,
but this time it's for the worst though. Like
it's for the worst. Yeah.
why? Like I mean, we saw the new Shrek ad that they did and they
Yeah,
redrew
dude.
everybody. They redrew everybody. The
Dude,
internet is gonna have to
ridiculous.
go back. They're gonna start
Yeah.
bullying again. It's gonna be a whole
I
new
saw
another
I,
Sonic again.
I saw the meme where they put like it was the original Sonic that they were gonna come out with, and then the
Yeah.
redraw for the current Sonic, and the caption
Yeah.
said, and it had the picture of old Shrek and the new Shrek, and in the caption it was like, "We did it once, we could do it again."
Yeah. That one makes sense to me. I'm fine with that,
Yeah.
you know. I don't know why dislike it. I mean, I don't see I liked it. Did you like it? I mean,
I mean,
I didn't have a problem with it.
I didn't understand the reason for the redraw on that
Hmm.
one with
Oh,
solo. So
I
it's
meant the solo
solo
leveling.
leveling. I thought
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
okay. You know,
Yeah, that
I
was
mean,
fine.
I thought mom was gonna die honestly because the
Uh-huh,
way that
uh-huh,
whole scene was planning out. I was all like,
uh-huh.
this either didn't work. She's probably gonna die.
Okay.
Like
We don't have a whole lot of time for this because we should be
we
talking
don't.
about the anime that we're talking about today,
Oh
but that's all right
yeah,
though.
that's right, guys. We'll come
But
back
no,
and
no, no,
talk about
no,
this.
no, 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 no. We talk about this right
Nope.
now. We talk about this right now.
We talking about this
Do
right
you
now. Okay.
you read are you caught up? How far is solo leveling in the story? I have a theory.
Uh, I think it's half. Is it halfway? It's getting pretty close because we're still getting some
So,
big stuff coming up.
okay. So
Like,
are you fine with like not conspiracy, but like theories in like a show and we
yeah,
just like suppose what's gonna happen?
yeah.
People don't mind that, right?
Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, because a lot of people
Because
don't read. A lot of people don't know it's based off of manhwa, so they don't know
yeah,
like
yeah.
there's a manhwa.
Here,
They don't know it's
here,
completed.
here's my ending. Okay, we don't know the ending yet, right?
No.
Uh, it's Joe Angel. You put your PlayStation remote down and turn off the video game. That's it. He's a
That's it.
video game. He's in the simulation. It's a video game. Like he's the one that's solo leveling. He has
Yeah.
like he's the main character, right? Like and everybody
Yeah.
knows he's the main character. And so like if he's the main character in the show and he there's like a hard way of a hard we're having a hard time understanding why he is the only one leveling up the way he is.
Yeah.
Like the way you are in a video game where you do all the side
Yeah.
quests and level up, but then eventually
Yeah.
you beat the game and he's gonna beat the game, whoever's playing this video game,
Yeah.
and then you know
Man's got Vision Pros on right now.
yeah, he got that $3,000 VR headset, and he's like living it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you know what? Tell me, did
Living
we
it.
say what we're watching today? What are we watching today?
We
Get to
have not said. Today
oh
we
my
are
gosh,
watching Space Brothers.
Space Brothers. It's not what you think, okay? Because you sent this to me, I was like, Space Brothers, bro.
What'd you think? What'd you
I
think?
mean, I don't like, I thought it was gonna be a Wayne's
I
Brothers.
probably should start asking you what your initial thoughts are on just the title when I send them to you.
I was like, this is gonna be, a Wayne's Brothers production. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be a menace. Like
Don't
that.
be
I'm already.
menace.
I want, Keenan Ivory Waynes, Marlon Waynes, the Wayne's brothers, and they're
In
like
space.
gonna be, yeah, and they're gonna be astronauts. They call it Space Brothers. Like that's all.
Yeah.
That's not what the show is. That's not what the show is.
No, it
But I
is.
would have loved it if it was. And maybe there might be a Space Brothers. It'd be spelled a
Hey,
little
they got their
differently.
own
All right.
movie. They got their own movie company. We could pitch it to them.
Supposedly they're coming back with another set of those, you know, silliness. I think they're gonna make a new. Oh, making a new scary movie. That's not what we're
Yeah.
talking
So
about, Joe
this is.
Angel.
Yeah. That's not what we're talking about.
We're talking about Space Brothers. Let me give us a synopsis.
Go for it.
I like the synopsis because it's short. So here we go. To follow his brother Hibito to the moon, Muta will attempt to become an astronaut at the age of 32. Unaware of his own talent, Muta chases his dreams to get back in front of his younger brother. Space
Another show
Brothers.
about an old guy going for his dream. You're never too old,
Following.
guys.
He didn't need to though, man. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. There was some stuff that happens in this show. Oh, you know what? We forgot to play our game. Maybe we hold off for the end, or should we play it before we start?
We can hold off to the end.
We'll hold
I
off
think
to
we
the end
can.
because we're
Yeah.
playing and we're playing one that makes sense for the end. Okay,
Yeah.
so we start off at the once again. This is completely subbed, um, which is fine. But I'm trying to do that speech to text thing again. It's not going well, Joey. It's not going well. It's not going well. I think my note
Are
because
you
I'm
just are
like,
you saying it out loud? You're like,
yeah, because you have to. Like,
have you tried doing it with your headphones or your AirPod, like to see if it'll help
maybe
it that way,
okay.
so it
So
doesn't
like
pick
this,
up the outside
no.
noise from just
Well,
the
this
phone?
time, it's I'm watching this in the sub, so they're speaking Japanese. It's not going to pick up the Japanese on my iPad. I don't, but it didn't this time at all. Like I didn't, there is no, like it's not an English. There's no English words to be
Yeah,
picked up on my, iPad. So it works out. But
yeah.
then still they're talking and I have to read the subtitles. So it's even
Subtitles.
worse this time. I'm like speaking over their own dialogue because I'm like, oh, I got something funny to say about this. So I'll speech to text this thing. And then I had to rewind the show because I'm like, I was talking over the dialogue. It makes
I forgot what
no.
happened.
Yeah, yeah. What did he say? I don't know. I'm just like, It's just not happening. But that being said, look at my notes though. They do go on forever though. Look at that.
Yeah,
I ended up saying a lot more than I thought I would in the show. So let's see here. Oh, I was thinking, so the title of the show, Space Brothers. I
yeah,
I was in Mexico like years ago, and we were at a market, and they had DVDs for sale, and they were like bootleg,
yeah.
American DVDs. This is back when DVDs. If you don't know what a DVD is, look it up, and also
Look
stop
at it.
making stop making fun of me for being old. But I saw a DVD for I Love You Man, and it was translated from like they tried to like English translate it.
Yeah,
English Spanish. Yeah, yeah. It was like a Spanglish retelling of the name. And I was like,
yeah,
so the movie was called I Love You Man, starring Paul Rudd.
yeah.
And they changed the title to Te Amo Brother. Te Amo Brother. Te Amo Brother. I love you, man, to Te Amo Brother.
Oh,
So
brother.
it's like, that's funny, right? So I was thinking, like, well, now I wonder if Space Brothers is translated differently. Like we're missing the translation part of that, like Space Brothers.
Yeah,
But the name serves it's pretty well. I mean, this is what's happening, so it's not like it's
yeah.
completely off base. But
Nah.
nah, nah, it's fine. Let's see here. That there's a scene. I think they're watching as kids. They're watching Zidane, who's a
Yeah,
a world for real famous world soccer player
yeah,
headbutt a player on the other team. And that really happened. Did you see this? You've seen that before,
yeah,
right? That footage?
yeah. I saw. Yeah, I saw that happen live.
Yeah, oh, snap for real. I don't know if I did. I think I just saw the clip.
Yeah,
But this
yeah.
is
There's a lot of
the
real world elements in the
yeah,
in
yeah.
this.
This is that's the danger of TV, okay? You watch somebody
Yeah,
else do something bad. 20 years
this is
later, you get fired from your
you out.
job for headbutting
Yeah,
your boss
your
in the
boss.
chest.
I can understand why people say video games lead to violence. I get it, but that
This
wasn't
these
video game. That was real life.
this is real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, I mean, headbutting's been around. Okay, people headbutt
yeah,
other tapes. So,
yeah,
all right, let's see if any of these things that I wrote down make sense. These guys aren't brothers. I wrote that down. This looks like one of them, you know, brother from another mother kind of thing.
Real.
But they are brothers, right?
Yeah,
But one's blonde and the other one's like they couldn't be more
yeah,
polar opposite. Like
yeah.
they look nothing
It's
like
what it's
brothers.
more like one takes after mom, one takes after dad.
Ah,
Almost. Yeah.
okay. There you go. Thank you, Joey. Joy. Always coming in, fixing the story. Fix the story for me so I can like get it, okay? The the credits are hilarious. There's a scene I was
Yeah.
like, these are actual credits. This is when I think of anime, I think of a guy flying across the screen with like rainbows shooting out his nose, propelling him forward. I was like, what is this like silliness? Oh man, they open on a scene or later on they're outside. He and the brothers. It's Nanba,
Nanba. Yeah, that's the
Nanba
last
and
name. Nambu. Yeah, Namba. Yeah, so it's
okay,
Muta
and
and Hibito. Those are the
Muta
first
and
names.
Hibito. Okay, so they're
Yeah.
out in the middle of the night in the forest
Yeah.
with tape recorders, and I'm just like I'm watching this with all the nostalgia in the world, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go all old man on you, but there was something special
Just
about
going out with the recorder and recording sounds.
dude. Like, hey, like we'd be on the phone. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
all over the place in this conversation. You used to be on the phone with somebody on the phone, like you could hear
yeah.
everything. Like the phone didn't have technology to like cut out the background noise.
Nah,
You could hear somebody's heartbeat,
you
you hear the
heard
microwave,
everything.
everything. You can hear crickets,
Everything. Yeah.
you know,
You're like, what
like
you cooking over there? I hear something. What y'all
yeah,
cooking?
I can hear the fried chicken in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Sizzling.
Like I can hear
I'm
it
telling you when to
sizzling.
take it out because I can hear it's about to burn.
I can cook your food for you over the phone, okay? I can I can hear that it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that was
Yeah.
like it was special, man. Like it was really special. Like being able to like they had to hit the little record button on their recorder. I had a
Yeah.
recorder like that. I didn't have the microphone because they had that's some technology right there. That's some rich people
Yeah.
stuff. He has
Yeah.
a gun looking recording gun.
Yeah.
Uh I just had the recorder with the like the speaker coming out of it and it had the
Yeah.
option for
Right there on
the
top.
yeah,
Yeah.
it had the option for the microphone. That thing's gone. I don't know. You get something with all the pieces.
Yeah.
You only got that one thing, and all the pieces are gone.
It's
Like
a kid.
that's
It's a kid thing where you get it and then stuff just starts vanishing.
yeah, yeah. You know, you got a Batman with the little batarang. The batarang. You ain't
Yeah.
never gonna see that again. It's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gone.
Mr. Freeze got the thing that shoots the ice. You ain't got no more of those.
Yeah. It's gone.
He's just the action figure. That's all you got.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it was just so nostalgic, that whole like being a young kid out in the dark, out in, you know, like seeing something in the sky.
Yeah.
And there's something like nostalgic about that, like a real, and I'm just like, I wonder if kids have that feeling anymore of kind of like awe and wonder for the world, you know, without things in the way, without their phone in the way, without like kids just being kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just me being an old man, being Uncle Sal, and I have all
Being
these
Uncle
nieces
Sam.
and nephews. I'm Uncle Sal to everybody,
Yeah.
and every one of them has a phone in their face, and they're not allowed to go outside because they're allergic to grass and moonshine, you know, like the shining of the moon. Not the drink
Yeah.
moonshine.
Not the drink
Yeah.
moonshine.
Yeah, they probably are they should be allergic to that, but I don't know. I just had some nostalgic feels to that thing. And also,
Yeah.
they take that UFO sighting, they see a
Yeah.
UFO, and they're just like,
Yeah.
yeah, oh
Cool.
yeah,
Uh,
cool.
yeah. UFO went
Yeah,
to the moon. Not like I want to go find UFOs. It's just like I want to go to the moon.
yeah. You'd be like, how about
So
you tell somebody that, you know, like,
yeah,
you know, like that's
you
some
saw
real,
something. Yeah.
you saw something, like, nah, everybody sees
Yeah.
UFOs all the time, you know, no big deal.
Yeah. That's normal.
But it sets them on oh my gosh, dude. I just looked down at my notes and I said, I want that Buzz shirt. I said that out loud because the kids, you know, every now and then I see something, I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I should make one
I
of these.
want
Like,
that. Yeah.
I just put it together that he's wearing a Buzz, like, Aldrin shirt. Like, that's
Yeah.
why it says, I'm like, why does this shirt say Buzz on there? Like,
Buzz.
what is this?
Buzz
He likes
Lightyear.
bees. You like Buzz Lightyear? You like bees? What's
Yeah.
is he drinking moonshine? He's got a little bit of a buzz.
Buzz.
It's Buzz Aldrin, dude. Oh, they're into
Yeah.
space. They ultimately they want to both go to space.
Yeah.
One of the brothers becomes like he designs a like a smart car. Like is
Yeah.
it like
He
a
designs a
self-driving
car.
car? Is that what it
I
is?
don't think it's so driving. I think it's more of like a model, like the body shape and stuff,
Yeah.
like the actual like framework and design and stuff.
And I'm like, dude, that's got to be, I mean, like, that's quite the accomplishment. And
Yeah,
then
like
he loses his,
you should be
yeah,
a billionaire with that.
yeah,
Like
that's
you
what
should
I
be
was
making
thinking. I'm
money.
like, this man is like, he goes from like designing cars to putting parking
Giving out parking
tickets.
tickets.
Yeah. I'm like, what a fall. And by the way, I mean, yeah, you do, maybe that's just how
I
Japan
think it
is.
was a parking ticket on the car he made too.
Yeah, that insult to injury. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I used to be what was he making? Was he was living with his parents? What he
yeah,
lost everything
yeah,
and he can't get a job anywhere because he headbutted his
yeah.
boss in the
Yeah.
chest for
And the
what
boss
was it?
blacklisted him. because
Was it because
so
he
his
was making fun of his
boss,
brother? You go ahead, tell me.
yeah, he made fun of his little brother because it got announced because we go to we go to the beautiful city that is Houston, Texas. Which, by the way, I don't
Ah,
think these people went to Houston yet because I did not hear any Swisher House beats. I didn't hear Paul Wall. I didn't see any swing.
this is
Like,
the
so
it's
I
the
don't know if they've been.
soundtrack.
I don't know if they've been to Houston or not. So,
You know that SPM is a real thing in
yeah,
Houston, dog. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like that's the soundtrack to Houston.
yeah.
I
So,
didn't
anyways, we
see.
go to
Yeah.
NASA. Yeah, we go to NASA, and they're in press conference and stuff. Ladies talking, and she's not a conspiracy theorist, but she's being a reporter asking because she's saying, okay, well, there's reports that y'all are actually going to the moon and doing all this thing because of aliens. And then they're like, oh, we'll let our new guy answer that. And the new guy ends up being Hibito, the younger brother, and he's telling them like, oh, he's all like, uh, he does the whole thing where he doesn't really say he believes in UFOs. He just says, I saw a UFO as a kid once, but I'm not sure if it really was one. He's all like, but that whole experience set me on a quest to be where I'm at now, which is to be an astronaut.
Okay, so
And so
because I'm
that's
I'm
like,
reading,
yeah,
I'm
that's
I'm
like part of
I'm
the thing too,
okay, go ahead.
because I think with that too, like with stuff like that, when it comes to UFO sightings and stuff, like a lot of people see things as kid and then when they grow up they just assume like I don't really know what it was. He's all like, I'm not sure if it really was one, but it sent me on this journey.
I mean, I get that, man. Like you can't hardly, as a kid, you can't make heads or tails of things that you. I mean, I saw the lechusa when I was a kid in my backyard.
Yeah,
Was it real?
that's real.
It was real, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I
It was
didn't
real. It
become.
was real enough.
I mean, I did have like a 2 to 3 year span of me like becoming a ghost hunter and trying to find the
Yeah,
lechusa, but I had to get a real job.
yeah,
There's nobody's paying for that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's giving out, jobs with benefits to find mythical Mexican creatures.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, it made me wonder though too. Like as they're scrolling past and they're having that press conference, they're like,
yeah,
this is NASA, and then they had the American flag on each one of these,
yeah,
these astronauts' chests, and then we get to Hibito, and he has his Japanese flag, and I'm
yeah,
like, why hasn't Japan tried to go to space?
yeah. Or create
Like,
its
cause
own kind of like
right,
system, like
yeah,
you know,
like, cause Russia's tried.
yeah,
And well, they're in space, and
yeah,
that was the whole like space race. The
yeah,
Cold War was all wrapped up in all that and stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
like I'm pretty sure that they were making our technology anyways. We were just
yeah,
ordering space parts from Japan, like
yeah,
calling up and going, "Hey, I need a give me a 3/16 wrench for my
yeah.
spacecraft because I'm building a spacecraft." Like you think they had the technology to take themselves to space, but they're not even trying. I don't know. That's
There's
I
too
find
busy
that
building
interesting.
Gundams, man.
Yeah.
It's that they got that
That
life size Gundam right now, so they're just trying to get it
yeah.
working to fly
Well,
in
yeah, yeah.
space.
I mean, America keeps messing with space. We're gonna be bringing back aliens. Someone's got to fight these
Yeah,
space monsters.
Japan's getting ready to defend
Yeah.
us whenever
Yeah.
we bring back aliens.
They're 3 steps ahead. They're like, look, you
Yeah,
keep messing with space. Space thing's gonna happen on Earth.
like, look, somebody's got to be prepared. And I guess it's gonna be us.
Let's see here. What else did I write? Let's see here, dude. You can't just go around saying that you've seen a UFO. Oh,
Yeah,
I was thinking, they, I have two theories. This is somebody else, once again, watched Beavis and Butthead. These brothers are Beavis and Butthead. You got the blonde brother, the brown
yeah,
haired brother. This is just like Beavis and Butthead in space.
yeah,
I also thought that maybe this is Jeff Bezos' origin story. He just like saw. that's his obsession of going.
Yeah.
But then I have another theory. Okay, this is a little off base. We're not even talking about the show right now. We're talking about Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos going to space, but I think he wants to go to space so that he has somewhere to take his trash. You know what I'm saying? Like he's making all this Amazon trash, right?
Yeah.
And
He needs
then
somewhere
next,
to dump it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you build a rocket ship, you put your trash on the rocket ship, and then you just send
Just
it to
send it out
space.
into space.
Yeah. But then, okay, think about this. But then, like, we've already done this, and then comets are coming back down to destroy our Earth. But what is a comet? Is it space trash that
It's
we've?
just space trash.
It's just space
Sent and
trash.
it came back.
Yeah, from the future, future us
Yeah.
figured out how to send space trash up into Earth. There's a big ball of trash in the
In the
Pacific
ocean, floating
Ocean,
around.
size of
Yeah.
Texas, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna put that thing in a big ball and send it off to space with the help of Jeff Bezos. And then 100 years,
Why can't we just fire it into the sun?
that's what I'm
Like
thinking.
burn
It's
it in.
fired, yeah, fired into the sun.
Neil deGrasse Tyson hit us up. Let us know why. Why
Jeff,
can't we fly trash into the sun?
he's like, you can't because when it gets there,
Yeah.
it's gonna be nighttime, and that's when the sun turns off. Let's see here. Um, Wait, did he lose his job because he had, okay, I had to ask questions that I got answers to
Yeah,
later
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
as I'm asking the questions, like I'm putting that, like, did he lose his
Yeah.
job because he headbutted his boss?
That's-
And then they
yeah.
show the clip of him headbutting his
The
boss.
boss.
Let's see here. I mean, I don't have a whole lot to say about this show because they just kind of like they show Muta kind of like moping around. Like he loses
Yeah,
his job he's kind of struggling with like, dealing with it. He's kind of like happy he lost his job a little bit, or he's kind of like in denial, or he's trying to cope with that.
yeah.
Um, he
I
is
think
kind
he's
of,
happy about the reason he did it,
yeah,
but it's just the aftermath now of like, man, now I got like,
what am I gonna do?
yeah, yeah,
He moves in with his parents, I guess, because
yeah. He moves
apparently
back home with his parents.
they pay him nothing for inventing cars. I mean, I don't know
Hobbies,
what the
I
what the
guess.
Japanese market is, you know.
Yeah.
I
Um.
saw I saw there was a scene where he like comes home and he like lays down face first in his bed, and I'm like, hey dude, I feel you, dog. Like sometimes I felt like
Yeah.
that, like face first, like a straight up
Yeah.
zombie pancake, you know?
Yeah. Just at the foot of the bed and just flop straight down all the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
there.
Okay, so now explain some stuff to me because I'm like, I don't know what happens. He's home. His brother sends him a an email, and he finds the audio. Or I think maybe tell me if I'm wrong. His brother sends him an email, and I think he maybe or sends him a message about finding the audio to that night where they saw the UFO.
Yeah.
And then he puts the headphones on, and he's like, "Well, what are you trying to accomplish with this? Like, why is he
Yeah.
sending me this? Right? Is that what happens?"
Yeah. Because uh, before all that, mom's talking to Hibito on the phone about what's going on,
She's
and
roasting him.
just like every mom, she's telling the business, telling your
Yeah,
business to everybody.
she's like, she's laughing too. She's like, it's
Yeah.
hilarious. Like he headbutted his boss and lost his job. Yeah,
Yeah.
hilarious. Thanks, mom.
Hilarious. And then she does the mom thing. It's like, oh snap! I'm like, I wasn't supposed to say that. You didn't
Hmm,
want me to
hmm.
tell you.
Yeah,
So
right.
mom doing the mom thing, but then Hibito's all like, "Hey, I need you to help me with something uh, for Muta." And then that's when afterwards we get to go to the next scene. He emails Muta, "Hey, go back and listen to this tape from that night." And even Muta's just like, you know, why? I guess so. Yeah, I'll
Hmm,
find it. Puts it on, listens to it, and he's taking it back to that night, and he's reliving it. Like, oh yeah, I remember this night. Going back to the nostalgia thing, like, yeah, this
hmm,
is, getting into it. I remember this night exactly. Get to where they get to the UFO, and we get to because in the very beginning, while we're watching that scene, we see them talking, but there's no audio, so we don't know what they're saying. But
Hmm.
when he goes back and listens to the tape, we hear them. All right, Hibito says, "Hey, I want to go to the moon. I want to be an astronaut." And Muta's looking at him in his mind, because his whole thing is, since he is the older brother, he's the big brother. His whole thing idea is like the big brother should be a step ahead of the little brother since they're born
Yeah.
first. Like they should always be the one in leading in the front. And when Hibito beat him to that, he's all like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Well, if you're gonna go to the moon, I'm gonna go to Mars." Which I think this is where Elon's story kicks in.
That's
So,
what I was thinking. I was like, this is Jeff
yeah,
Bezos and Elon Musk, right?
and
That's
Elon
what's
Musk. Yeah.
yeah.
So this is their origin story.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and
Blue
so it goes
Origin.
back to that, yeah, blue origin. And so it goes back to that it was the promise that they made that night that he wanted him to hear.
Okay.
And now that
Okay.
Hibito knows that, like, all right, Muta, he doesn't have a job right now. He's trying to figure out what to do. I'm gonna push him back into our promise, so that could be his next like journey. Hey, this is remember the promise that we made. You still have a chance to keep that in. Like I want you to be up here in space with me.
This is where this goes off the rails for me because I'm like, nepotism is gonna kill you, bro. This man has no idea how to be an astronaut. He's just like, it'd be like if my brother was like an astronaut and Sal, who's a graphic designer, he's just like, hey, we need another astronaut, guys. I
That's
got
not, yeah,
just
yeah,
my brother's not doing anything. He's
He's just sitting down,
unhireable.
drawing on a computer all day.
He's on a computer. He'll be a great
He can
you
still
don't
do a
want this.
backflip.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, you know what? I mean, maybe I could just, you just can't, not everybody's just like, hey, you know what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, are you busy? Are you busy? I know that you don't have a job, so you could be an astronaut with me. That's not like, it's
Hey,
not the
want to go to
same.
space with me real quick?
You know, you're not like, one of you isn't just like working at Lowe's and hey,
Yeah,
hey, can you give me a job? I need a job. It's like, yeah,
yeah,
you could work at Lowe's or working at a
yeah,
restaurant and like, hey, I don't have a
yeah,
job, man. It's like, well, you could be a bus boy or wash the dishes.
yeah.
We're talking about being an astronaut. You gotta like, there's some
We're talking about
requirements.
G forces. We're talking about computers.
We're talking Apollo 13
Yeah.
level like science, bro. Okay, just just give me some time. I'll be Neil
you,
deGrasse
you,
Tyson
you,
soon.
you can't watch Armageddon and just be like, I'm Bruce Willis.
By the way, real quick, you bring that up. There's I gotta talk about this real quick. That movie, like I don't know if it exists. I gotta find the actual DVD because supposedly there is what is it like the audio like not the director's cut like the where they do the audio
uh,
commentary. There's
oh,
audio
okay, yeah, commentary.
commentary with Ben Affleck watching the movie and doing the audio commentary. Like it's on the
Yeah,
DVD supposedly, and he's
yeah.
just like ripping the
Roast.
movie. He's like, yeah. As he's watching it, he's just like, there's a scene of like, Bruce Willis is taking them to task about like,
Yeah,
you mean your astronauts don't know anything about drilling? These scientists who have like dedicated their life to
yeah,
mathematics and like theory and all this stuff, they don't know
yeah.
nothing about running a drilling rig. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they could figure it out. But Ben Affleck is just roasting them on it. It's like, oh yeah, because these astronauts don't know how to like.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I gotta find this. It's gotta be.
Wasn't that
This is what's
wasn't that
happening.
the movie they made him get new teeth because he still had kind of like baby teeth? Was that the story? I don't know if you ever
What?
heard that story where
No.
I think it was Armageddon. The director, or it's either Armageddon or some other movie, where the director told him, I think it was, "Hey, you got baby teeth? Go get yourself some new teeth." Because
What?
he had this picture of if you're gonna be like the hero esque kind of lead character, you can't have small baby teeth. Like you have
I
to have
gotta.
man teeth.
I have no idea. I gotta. There's got to be a side by side picture, right? Like, can I see a side by side picture of Ben Affleck
Yeah, I think it could.
before and after?
Yeah, I think it was Armageddon. I think that was the movie they made him do
Man,
that.
I gotta check that out, dude. You gotta have space teeth. That'll be the first thing
Yeah,
that Muta has to do. Fix them teeth so you can go to outer
fix
space with
him.
me, baby.
Yeah.
Oh
Uh,
snap, dude! Like that was the point. I actually like laughed out loud a little bit. I was like, I don't think that it's supposed to be funny, but that's still kind of hilarious. It's like, hey, you come work with me, bro.
yeah.
But it's sweet though. He's 32 years old. He's got no other prospects. Though, okay, I'm ripping him, but he did design like a
A whole
car. You know
car.
what I'm saying? A whole car.
Yeah.
So like, he's got like what do you call it? Like some sort of engineering,
Yeah. He's
background.
because even in like the first interview, he went to like he was like a mechanics major and stuff like that. So he went to college for design and mechanics and stuff. So he has skills and
Yeah, he's got
knowledge.
us. Yeah, yeah. That'll. I mean, what's a spaceship if not a car, but with wings? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, wings instead of wheels. Yeah.
I would put a shirt. I'm gonna make a shirt that says "Wings instead of wheels,"
Wings
babe.
instead of wheels.
Wings instead of wheels, baby. I mean, that's it. What
That's
did I
it.
miss? I mean, is that what would I? What's
Uh, let's see. Was there anything else? Anything else come to mind? Not really. I mean, we get to the ending. Apparently, Hibito set it up with his mom where they sent his application, I think, into the program for the Japanese space, and he gets accepted. So apparently, like his record is carrying some kind of weight to where they're consider like, hey, we consider your application and accepted it. So
I
it's
mean,
like,
you might need some roughnecks in space. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, you come across an alien. I mean, Will Smith punched an
mm,
alien in the face,
yeah.
so
So
he could
you
headbutt
need,
some
yeah.
aliens. You got to
Oh
headbutt,
yeah.
be able. He-
Like we saw you head, we saw that video of you headbutting your boss on Ward Star. We need that up here.
we need this man's skills. Okay, he's got
Yeah.
engineering skills. He's got fighting skills.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I don't know if you saw all this is set in 2025.
What? I did
Yeah.
not
So
see
right,
that.
their adult age, it's in 2025,
So this
but
is
it's in
happening.
May.
This is
In
happening
May,
right
in
now.
the future. It's
Oh,
happening in the
okay.
future.
So I
May
mean,
2025.
Japan is across the world. I don't know how time zones
Yeah.
work, but I think that they're ahead of us in time, right? So I think so. I don't know.
All right, man. Well, what we do know is some of these facts that I got for us.
Yeah, fact it up.
And so here we are. Space Brothers started off as a manga, and it was written and illustrated by Yuhua Koyama, and it was released in Kodansha's Morning Mag in December of 2007. And it so I came into some issues researching
Hmm.
because there's one side where it's all like the manga's still going on right now, but I think it was entering in its final stages, so its final arc.
Hmm.
But there's some other stuff that are saying like, oh yeah, the manga's finished. So I had to do like some deep dive in, deep digging.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty confident to say it is still going on, and I think it's currently on 420 chapters.
What? Did
Yeah,
they're beyond Mars? They're at the
got to be on Pluto now, man.
they got at least Pluto. It's a
Yeah,
moon now though. It's a moon
it's
now.
a moon now.
They were heading that way. They're heading that way. Oh, we're gonna go to this planet, and they're the ones that figured out that it wasn't a planet. I don't know.
Yeah, they the ones that took it out.
That's a lot of chapters, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
or is that a lot of chapters? Maybe I'm wrong. Like, is the
Uh,
conversion rate from like Japanese anime to American, like, or like, what I'm saying, chapters like the way pesos are to dollars? It's like
it all
ten
depends on
thousand
like
pesos is 50 cents or something.
how like much they can cover, because some shows can cover like 2 or 3 chapters depending on what it is. But you do got those longer running ones like One Piece is in the thousands in both
Hmm.
episodes and chapters, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Uh, so we got all that. So the anime came out in April of 2012 and ran all the way till March of 2014, and it has a total of 99 episodes.
In 2 years,
In 2 years, it had 99 episodes.
did you send that this the article about the CEO of MAPPA?
Talking about overworking.
Yeah, he was like, I got
Yeah,
some tips to help you not overwork. I'm like, no, aren't
yeah.
you the one that's
That's doing it.
is this Mappa Studios? Is this the guy who's over there like,
Yes,
guys, we need an episode a day, okay?
a
Get to
day.
work. Dude, that's a lot
uh,
that's a lot of episodes in 2
yeah.
years.
Oh
Good
yeah.
grief.
But it wasn't Mappa. It was Studio A1 Pictures, which these is a studio that worked on a bunch of stuff, including some of the ones we watch, which is Fairy Tale and Solo Leveling. So that's a
Solo
studio.
leveling.
Yeah.
That's in Fairy Tale. Those both
Yeah.
of those very highly regarded,
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
what Fairy Tale people love that show.
Oh yeah.
And we are people who love Solo Leveling, so
Oh yeah. And so it was directed by Ayumi Watanabe, and it was scripted. Script writers were uh, Makio Uzui and Yoshi Kito, and then we have um, the music was pretty good. I liked it. OP was pretty good. It was called "Feel So Moon" by Unicorn.
hmm.
And then the ending song, which was Subarashiki Sekai, and that was by Rake. So both those
Wait,
songs
wait,
were
wait.
pretty good.
Say that again. OP?
OP. So OP, when people kind of refer to the opening song, they refer to OP. Like if somebody will say the OP for this is good, they're talking about the opening song.
Yo, Jones, you can't, I'm still new here, baby. Okay, like I
And
you
start
got
dropping slang.
yeah, yeah, you're dropping like, some like real like anime weeb stuff where I'm still
Yeah.
learning that. It's just OP.
OP.
OP. Okay, I didn't know that, but now I know it. Now I know.
Now you know it. And you know what else you can know? There's a live action movie of this.
Yeah, it's called Armageddon, bro. Okay. A live
uh,
action.
yeah, it came out in Japan in May of 2012. So pretty much like a month after the anime came out, they had already like started with the live action adaptation of the movie. Uh,
That's not enough time to make a good movie, Joe Angel.
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there.
I mean, I saw the trailer. It looked pretty
Uh-huh.
good. I mean, like character design wise, like the
Hmm.
kid has an afro. The other kid is
Yeah.
kind of blonde, brownish hair.
Uh-huh.
Like
Uh-huh.
they did kind of pretty good with their character designs. But I will say that I think the actors who portrayed them in the live action are different to the voice actors from the anime.
Well, you would hope so, I think, because
Yeah.
they probably wouldn't look the right,
Similar,
like,
too similar.
yeah,
Yeah.
you probably need them to look a certain way.
Okay.
I like the idea because a live action because conceptually, once again, this show is doing good things. Like the idea
Yeah.
that like two brothers, make a promise to go to outer space, and one of them does or is on his way, and the other one, I mean, like it makes for
It's
a interesting concept already.
yeah. It's kind of like akin to the promise Kafka and Mina made from Kaiju number 8.
Hmm.
With being on the squad and stuff. Mina made it, Kafka get it, but now he's getting his chance to make it on there.
Hmm.
Pipito became an astronaut. Muta didn't. but now Muta's getting his chance to keep up his end of the promise.
Wait, isn't Kafka like 32 as well?
Yeah, yeah.
What? Somebody's stealing storylines from somebody. What is this? Is this written by AI? AI is just like,
Read my
I mean, they definitely could. I mean, I would watch. I wonder though, does it? Have you watched more of this? Because the idea of it is like it's sweet in but the like the practice of it, like of him actually like becoming an astronaut, it reads more comical to me in my mind. Like, your brother is an astronaut. Why don't you go work with him at NASA and you could
yeah,
be an astronaut too? And then I could
yeah,
just imagine like, silliness ensues where, they
yeah,
do him through the G-force,
yeah.
trial thing and he can't
I
do that or,
yeah.
like,
It does have the silly moments that when going through like when we had that little montage of him going through the interviews
yeah, he
and
trying to go
stuff.
from job to job. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
like it
sees
has
that
those comical moments.
there's a part where he's trying to give an old man a ticket and he's just yelling at him, but then Muta starts like you know
Just
um
daydreaming.
daydreaming. Am I saying his name right?
Muta,
Muta?
Muta.
He's Butthead. He's Butthead and his brother's Beavis. Okay, because at the end they have the whole the walking scene of them kind of like walk,
Yeah.
and they're I think they're dressed up like Beavis and Butthead practically. They look like it. So I think it's Butthead, Beavis and Butthead, really, honestly. So yeah, Butthead is like looking at his head and he's imagining
Yeah.
his bald head as a
Yeah.
planet or something
Uh,
like that.
I will say I think I did a conversion for that ticket because also too the guy was saying, oh, how are you gonna charge me 10,000 yen for a parking ticket? I was only 10 minutes. I was only gone for 10 minutes, and Muta goes, it's actually 15,000, which converted into U.S. dollars, it's like $100 ticket.
Yo, hey, I mean, I know you live in a big city.
Yeah,
That's hefty, right? Like where
yeah.
I'm from,
Compared to like paying for parking is cheaper than the parking ticket.
yeah. I actually just real quick, I had a parking ticket just recently, and I hadn't had one in forever. And I'm like, I didn't know we did that in this small town where I live, but $25, Joe Angel, not 100
It
a
was
hundred
hundred
dollars.
dollars, and I think it's like $100.53 or something like that.
That's ridiculous, dude.
Oh, yeah. But you know what is ridiculous is Buzz Aldrin makes a cameo in the live action movie as himself.
No, oh my gosh, why did they do that to Buzz Aldrin? I think he was. I don't know if you ever watched any of his like him talking and stuff. He was a little unhinged as an older man. Like I think he's kind of like he was a
Started
little.
going off the rails. Wasn't
Yeah,
there wasn't there like a interview they did? Somebody questioned him and he like started going at the guy.
I maybe so. I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
There was one where I think Sacha Baron Cohen plays. He's playing Ali G, and he's
Uh-huh.
talking to Buzz Aldrin, and he calls him Buzz Lightyear. He goes, "Yo, I'm sitting here with Buzz Lightyear."
But like
And Buzz Aldrin doesn't correct him. And I was like, oh, Buzz Aldrin doesn't he don't even know where he's from, where he's at, bro.
yeah.
He went to space
Yeah,
and
no, dude.
got space
He's
scrambled
still in
and stuff.
he's still in space.
He's floating in space out. He's like, and then you could go and watch the clip. But LAG goes, what do you say to those people that don't believe that the moon exists?
Yeah.
Anyways, it's hilarious.
Anyways,
That's a wild thing for him to say yes to this movie. I mean,
yeah,
but I mean, he's not doing anything else, I guess.
yeah,
Buzz
he got all
Aldrin,
the all the time in the world.
yeah, he was the only one that we know that's fine. I mean, him and oh, there was another guy, Glenn something or other. Do you remember that guy? He was kind of all over the place for a little bit too, in the early like
Yeah. Oh
two thousand,
man,
in
what's
mid
his
two thousands,
name?
early 2000s. But anyways,
Yeah.
they were
Anyways,
both space dudes that didn't seem
yeah.
very smart, you know? which makes me think that they had to be
Maybe.
not very smart if we're gonna fake the moon landing. So,
Yeah.
Angel, think about it. Think
Think
about it.
about it.
I
Think
mean,
about
let's
it.
not go into conspiracy theory, but if Japan isn't in on the moon or trying to go to space,
Yeah,
maybe it's not possible.
maybe. I don't
They
know.
got
But what
them.
I do know is there's a prequel anime movie called Space Brothers Zero.
Is it starring the Wayans brothers? Because if it isn't, I don't want to see it. Space Brothers.
I don't know. Maybe when we get the English dub, we can get them to voice them.
Yeah, get them the voice though. Maybe that's what we're missing. That's what
Dude,
the show is missing is the Wayans
yeah.
brothers doing the dub for
Oh
this.
yeah.
That's wild. I mean, I guess did have you watched any more of this? Have you looked up
Uh,
reviews?
now from what I could tell, I mean, it seems like it does pretty good.
It's well
Like
received.
it's still going. Like I said, the manga's been going. The anime, like I said, got 99 episodes. They did the live action the prequel movie, which pretty much like even with like the manga and stuff, if it wasn't doing good, you would be able to tell, like, because it would have ended a long time ago if it wasn't being well received.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it makes sense to me, but I mean, are we ready to go out like this or what?
We could go out, talk this, get into the ratings of this. What are we gonna do?
Wait, you know what? No, no, no. Yeah, we'll rate this, but like before we get
Yeah.
into that rating, how about we play a little Anime Me scorecard? This is a game where I will tell you two animes that we've watched, and you have to tell me if it's well, we could do
Which
this two
one's
different
higher
ways.
rated?
Yeah, which one's higher rated? Okay. So before we rate this one that we just watched, before we
Yeah.
rate Space Brothers, uh, I'm gonna give you two animes, and you're gonna
Okay.
guess which one has the higher rating.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give the people out there listening some time so that they can guess too. Okay.
Yeah. In those comments, drop your guesses
Drops the
right now.
guesses in the chat, the live chat. All right, this is for the chat out there. Don't Google it. These ratings are brought to you by IMDb.
DB.
First one. And should I give you how many people, how many reviews there are? Yeah, that'll help, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that as a
Because
hint.
that's what
All right.
throws. That's gonna.
It's
Because
gonna throw
that's
the
what.
numbers off.
Yeah. So
All
let's
right.
do it.
First one. Campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skills. My absurd skill. Uh Campfire cooking. And the second one, Uzumaki.
Samaki.
Uzumaki campfire cooking. Which one is higher rated? And I will tell you,
Oh,
campfire cooking has 2,500 reviews. Uzumaki has 6,800 reviews.
okay. This is where we get into it because lower reviews means the ratings are more closer to being higher. Higher reviews gives it more of a chance to be somewhat lower. But with the way each story is told, especially with what I know about the anime Uzumaki, how it was received, the uniqueness of campfire cooking, I will say that Uzumaki is gonna pull out in front with a higher review.
All right. So, campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skills and Uzumaki. Campfire cooking has a 7.6 on
Okay,
IMDb. That's out of 10.
yeah, that's out of ten.
Uzumaki out of 10 has a 6.5.
I knew it. I should have went
Yeah,
with the
the
lower
other
one.
way. You talked yourself out of it. You talked yourself out of it. Because when you were chatting, you were like in your mind,
Yeah.
like, oh, he's got it figured out.
Yeah.
You had the algorithm and the numbers, the zeros and the ones, and then you second guess yourself.
Second guess myself.
Don't
Yeah.
second guess yourself. Just like we're not
Always
gonna
go with your
second
first
guess this.
choice, guys.
Go with your first choice. Here we go. Let's guac talk
Yeah,
this.
let's do it.
Space Brothers. This show was, you know, conceptually strong. Once again,
Yeah,
you know, they really, it doesn't feel derivative. Like I really enjoy a show that has like you know, an original thought. And that's what this feels
yeah,
like. It feels like an original thought. I'm like, I hadn't seen anything like it. Um, it looks good. It sounds good. It does all the regular anime things, except for school. Interesting, right? Doesn't have a lot of
interesting.
school in there. What is this considered? Is this considered like a
So this is a seinen. So this
it's
is for the
this
older male
okay, yeah, it,
audience,
it feels like a more yeah, like a little bit
even
more
though it's rated 14 plus.
I don't understand a bit what Japanese ratings mean. Like they make no sense to me. I don't get it. But that being all said, did I enjoy this show enough for me to, give it a high rating and to recommend it to somebody else? I don't know if I'm like fully recommending the show to somebody else. And I enjoyed it all right. Am I going to continue to watch it? Those kind of things that I'm thinking about as far as my rating goes. If I'm going, say, 1 to 5, what? 1 to 5 headbutts. How many bosses am I
One,
going to
yeah.
headbutt?
How many bosses you headband?
How many bosses am I going to headbutt out of 1 out of 5? I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go 2. Honestly,
Two.
it's a good show. It's fine. But I just don't think I'll continue. It's tough though because I will, with this caveat, we only watched the first episode, and sometimes a
Yeah,
show just doesn't like even some shows that I've watched
yeah,
and I've recommended to some people, I'm like, dude, give it a couple episodes and you're gonna love it. And that
yeah,
happens. That happens in shows.
yeah,
So, I won't discount the fact that maybe this show,
yeah,
has more to it and will kind of capture me and probably could. I mean, it has,
yeah,
like all the things that I've mentioned about concept and all that kind of stuff that's going for it.
yeah,
I think I have other shows that I'd probably be watching instead.
yeah. We'll pick watch over this.
Yeah. And what about you? Where
Yeah,
where do you
yeah.
feel about what do you feel about this?
Uh, it is. I do I do like the concept. I do like the aspects of space. I do like they drop the. Are there UFOs? Maybe nobody's really sure because I like UFO stuff. Uh, do you like the kind of like it's like the brotherly aspect of them like we made this promise, the younger brother, still basically kind of looking up to his older brother, wanting him to like, hey, this is our chance to, now you got the time to like be up here with me and let's go make our promises because I myself am the firstborn. I'm the big brother.
Hmm.
So, it's looking from that aspect of it of like defending kind of your brother, being your brother's keeper type stuff. I feel more with
Hmm.
Muta, and then just like understanding the fact that because even during the episode, like after he listens to it, he's still kind of like, what, maybe it's just not meant for me. Um, because that's just one of those life things. You get older,
Hmm.
you go on different paths. You're not always on the same path. Uh, and just the being the same age to as me,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that, coming in. And so I really do, what do you call it? Lean
You
towards
rel
more
you relate
Muta,
it to
relate,
it.
relate towards him a
Hmm.
lot. Um, and also just design wise, like I said, the art style of it, everything wasn't that bad. It looked really good.
Yeah.
They do like real references, so it is kind of like set in almost reality and stuff when it comes to what they're talking about and dealing with. So for me, all in all, uh, I would probably give this a. I'll go 3.5 out of 5.
Okay, just a little bit higher, just a little bit higher. That's
Yeah,
yeah, all
yeah,
those things I
yeah.
resound with. So
Mostly because I would give it a 4. I just don't know about eating a burger with your fists clenched like that. I don't know if you remember that scene.
that's a
He literally grabbed the burger full fisted like this. Like,
yeah, yeah, like
how do you?
that's a red flag. Like we
Yeah,
gotta. This man's got some real rage problems. I don't know if we want this
yeah.
man in a closed
In
capsule
space.
in space. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like, what is it?
yeah.
Space madness or some sort of, that's a
Yeah,
real
something
thing,
like that.
man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's real.
that's a real thing, man. I mean, though
Uh,
I do love the concept so much, I might steal it,
yeah,
for two piece,
yeah.
like say
For
two
two piece.
piece,
Oh yeah.
we're there's some sort of space thing that me and you.
There's space fried chicken.
I mean, we going to the moon in our anime, okay? Let's go to the moon, okay?
Let's go
To the moon with both of us.
to the moon with both of us, guys. And you can meet us there on our website, anime-me.com, where you can find not only this episode, but all of our other episodes that we talked about. Like you said, we talked about Fairy Tail, we talked about Blue Lock, we've talked about Uzumaki, we talked about Campfire. We got a whole bunch of shows, and they all are all available on our website and list. And you can also find the links to all of our socials on there, along with all of our podcasting platforms, and where you can find your own anime niche, guys. Because there's one thing we know about all these animes, it is drip, and we got that for you.
Give us 5 stars, leave us a review somewhere. It goes a long way. Get yourself a shirt, get dripped out.
Get
Yes,
dripped out
sir.
for the moon and the Mars, guys, because Bezos and Elon are about to make it reality.
Let's go to the moon, baby.
Let's go to the moon, baby. All right, guys. And with that, I've been Joanne with my co host, Sal. And we'll see you on the next one. Liz.
Peace.
これはアニメミーでした。これから帰国の旅を始めます。ご清聴ありがとうございました。
Yo, is it crazy windy over there, dude?
It was cloudy this morning. I think it had like rained overnight, but it looked like it cleared up. Let me see, because I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow too. I'm not sure.
Looks like it's gonna rain.
Yeah, it's got like a small chance of rain in the morning, and then it looks like it's just gonna be windy. But I mean, it's gonna be like around the 70s. I think it was
There,
supposed to get to the 80s on Friday.
Joanna, there we go again, being old, bro.
Being old men talking about the
Talk,
weather.
talk about the weather. Tell me one time when you were a kid and you was talking about the weather, bro. Like,
The only
you
time
know,
I was talking about the weather is when we actually got snow over there, man. That was the
yeah,
only
yeah.
time.
We would get snow, or if it was
The rare
raining and it was
times,
like
yeah.
flooding, and like, oh
Oh,
snap, let's go
because they had to
outside
call
with
in.
it.
Because they had to call into school because we couldn't leave the house.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we
So
were
flooded
paying
over
attention to
there.
the weather, dude. Gosh, it just reminded. I don't know if kids get the news like this anymore, but back when we were younger,
Yeah,
we were. I guess we weren't talking about the weather, but we were like
yeah,
paying attention to it because you could watch. You
yeah,
turn on the TV early in the morning and see if it was gonna freeze, and they would
yeah.
put an announcement. Schools canceled. And they would put the names of the schools
Yeah,
that were.
you had to
Do you
sit
remember
there.
that?
You had to get up, get fully dressed, and then sit and wait. And the clock is ticking, and you're just waiting for your school to pop up. Like,
You
come
know what
on,
I'm saying?
come on.
You're half like, oh, like, I got my book bag together, but
Yeah,
like, I didn't do my
it's like,
homework
mom,
last
just
night.
just give it a minute, mom. Just it's gonna
Come,
come. Just give it a minute.
yeah, because we're gonna jump in the car, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna get half. We're gonna get there, and then I gotta turn back
nobody's gonna be
around.
there.
Is that how it works anymore? I mean, do
No, I
you
think they
get,
just like text or email now.
oh,
I think.
yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
But that's not as fun though, bro. Like
Nah.
waiting for the news to tell,
Nah.
like the TV, you had to go on
Yeah.
channel 5 and wait for them to tell you
Yeah.
school's
Yeah.
canceled.
Yeah. Do the
Like the
full
lottery.
morning routine
Yeah.
to sit there and be like, all right, can I go back to sleep? Can I
It's
get a
like
free day?
it's like District 12 and it's the Hunger Games
Oh
and
yeah. Waiting for
and
your
school
name to be called.
Bonham Elementary canceled. I'm
Canceled.
like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Got
talking about. We going outside with socks on our hands, baby. We're making
yeah.
snowmen. We're making
Snowman.
Texas snowmen,
Yeah.
sticks and twigs.
With that 1 inch of snow we got.
Snowman this tall.
Yeah.
Use all the snow in the front yard.
Yeah.
We'd run out of snow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Had to go grab the neighbor's snow.
Texas snowman is the entire all your snow in your
Yeah.
front yard.
Yeah.
No snow to spare, okay? You better
No
get off my
despair.
snow. Oh, snap. I mean,
Oh
that's
shit.
once again old man talk. Oh, back in my day, we had 1 inch of snow.